Well, you got the market, which is starting slightly lower. Nifty is down about 0.25%, 24,260. Nifty Bank is starting at about 51,600. It's down about 0.1%. The Sensex is down about 0.25%. Mid-cap index is down about 1/3%. So that's where we are starting at. IT index is 0.6 lower. The IT index on Thursday sold off. I think it ended about 2.5-3% lower. Friday was just about in the green. The heat map coming into view on the Nifty, the 50 stocks, it's about 35 stocks lower and about 15 stocks which are starting in the green. So overwhelmingly, it's down. You're basically just reversing, that 1 hour 80-90 point gain that we saw during the Muhurat session with this near 0.5% cut on the Nifty so far. But let's get to stocks. Certainly.
It's all about autos and extreme sort of, divergent moves playing out. Look at Bajaj Auto. The stock is down 2.5% this morning. And even if you look at the decline from the peak, Bajaj Auto is now the stock that has fallen. The third, stock which has fallen the most from the peak. First is Indices Bank, second is Tata Motors, and then there's Bajaj Auto. The cut from the top is now almost 25% from Bajaj Auto. So that's been the kind of price adjustment that's been happening. On the flip side, you have Mahindra and Mahindra. The market is continuing to reward the fact that they're building on those gains, building on the good performance. So 3.5% up on Mahindra and Mahindra. There's some buying on Eicher Motors as well. So that's how it's playing out. There's some buying on Cipla, about 2.5% higher. The good run from last week is continuing for Cipla. But again, if I flip it to a Sun Pharma is the poorest performing stock on the Nifty right now because of that legal issue in the US. They won't be able to launch one of the key drugs that was anticipated, and there could be a hit of about 2% I think this year to the estimates, and more than that for next year as well. So Sun Pharma, Bajaj Auto are the two weak names. The Nifty is now down 150 points. Infosys, Reliance, BEL, BPCL, there's L&T as well. Lots of large cap stocks looking at selling. The Bank Nifty is down about 0.5%. So there's Axis Bank as well on the way down. But I think Reliance and Infosys are the two big boys along with L&T. They're really, really putting in the pressure on the bulls this morning. We don't have much leadership to speak of as of now on the upside, apart from names like M&M and Cipla. There's a bit of buying on HCL Tech and Tech Mahindra, but nothing more beyond that. So it's turning out to be a tough morning. The Muhurat chair was short-lived. And again, we're dealing with a 150-point cut straight away at the start.
Well, that's right, Surbhi. A few stocks that were doing well in the last few days that have come in for selling. Prudent Corp, that's down, I think, close to 8-9%. So the stock had done well, actually, in the past week. That's come in for some profit taking. Poly Medicure, I think the stock did a 25% run in the past week itself, post its results. But that one as well is lower in trade, and volumes are fairly decent on that one. Lokesh Machines, that's another one that's down close to around 6.5%. So volume's not very, very high on that one, but that stock is lower. KEC International as well, the stock is down close to around 5% as we speak. So that stock has taken a bit of a hit. Bajaj Hindustan is another stock that's lower in trade. Zomato among the top volume movers. Zomato as well as Suzlon, both of them have come in for some profit taking. So keep an eye out on both those two stocks. Vare Energy as well, it ran quite well post its listing. Listed at around the 2,400 mark. It went down to around 2,250 odd. And from there, headed towards 3,000 rupees. But today, it's pulled back close to around 100 points. What's doing well? Well, one stock that's standing out is Azad Engineers. They won a big order. We'll get the management in just a bit. That stock, in fact, is running away. It's up more than 10% in today's trading session. And Gillette continues to do well. We had pointed out the stock actually a couple of weeks ago on Bazaar itself that it had done nothing from the end of 2019 onwards. Then it was finding its own. Numbers were quite good. That stock, in fact, is up close to around 5% as we speak. So very few stocks actually gaining. There are only 500 stocks that are advancing, close to around 1,700 stocks that are declining. Prashant.
170 lower on the Nifty now. So 24,130 is where the market is trading at. So this is giving back that Muhurat session gains, but also some more after that. So, that's the picture up on your screen, about 0.7% lower is where you're starting. Lots of names, and I can sort of dive into it in just a bit from now. But, let me count what is easier to count, which is stuff which is higher. So you've got Lodha, which is up 6%. That is Macrotech. It's a big mover on large volumes. Max Healthcare, the hospital company, that is up about 3%. It's done very well. Last 5 days, it's come up from lows of about 880 to 1,040. There is CAMS, which is up about 3%. Another one of those names which has done very well was about 4,200 4 days back, at about 4,700 now. UTI AMC, again, 4 days back, stock was at about 1170. Stocks at about 14, almost 1400. So these are all sort of UTI AMC, of course, is also the cheapest AMC name. The other one, of course, is Birla Asset Management Company. But, I mean, it's not moving. UTI is the one which is moving. Jyoti Structures, Reddington, Rainbow Hospitals has had a sharp move. Rainbow has moved from 1300 to 1600. What, 7 or 8 days flat. So those are some of the moves that we are seeing at this point. Almost 200 down now. 24,100 is where we stand at.